listening to the audiobook and reading through the history of the Peloponnesian War, I'm going to play you a clip from the introduction to the audiobook.
From a government of, for, and by the people, Athens became a tyranny. Its defeat celebrated throughout Greece as a rebirth of freedom. The factionalism and the volatility of the Athenians and of the Greeks, the prevalence of turncoats and tyrants, the willingness of selfish men to sell their cities for personal gain, the rise of demagoguery. These things not only led to the defeat of Athens, but to the decline of all Hellenic civilization.
And this continues to talk about how the idealists cause a problem within the country because their beliefs are not based in reality, and how other people are making decisions for the country that aren't based in conscience. These days, though, they think that the lack of conscience and the lack of reality belong to one specific party. But because of the proselytization and propaganda that we are consistently fed, both sides think that of the other party. They lead to demagogues and tyrants that become generals and other people in power that gain their power through creating divisiveness and hatred among the people. It even gets to a point where Athens feels like the safest way to protect themselves is to build a wall around the country. There are also several points where people independently tried to argue their own benefits and morality by claiming they didn't have the problems of being overeducated, something I wouldn't have attributed to Greek culture, a place that valued education. And being less educated is never a good thing. Somebody might tell you it's a good thing to be less educated because it makes you more easily controlled and manipulated. They can get you to do things that aren't in your own interest when you don't understand them and don't have the education to see that somebody is corrupt. And transitioning from a Greek culture that valued education to one that started to talk down on education is one of the things that led to the downfall of Greece. Thucydides even said that part of the reason that he wrote the history of the Peloponnesian War was as a guidepost to future cultures to make sure that no other society had to go through the same situation and the downfall that they went through. This is a great example of why you should read your history.